Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com, and in this video, I want to share with you a small payout that I'm getting from my prop firm, but it actually offers up very big proof of prop firms and, quite frankly, how powerful and efficient they are. What you're seeing here on the screen is something I talk about all the time on the live stream, and this is what we call PAMSS PLANT, which is an argument for if you are in the category of day trading or want to be a day trader, but at the core, if you want to day trade in the most efficient way possible, I would argue for PAMSS PLANT, which says that day trading futures through a prop firm is the most efficient way to go about it. Very quickly, let me save yourself the time. But Clay, I day trade options and I make money. But Clay, I day trade stocks and I make money. I'm not saying that you can't make money day trading other things. The argument is one of efficiency. I believe that PAMSS PLANT, again, day trading futures through a prop firm, is the most efficient way to go about your day trading. And like I said, I'm going to show you a very small payout, but it illustrates exactly how efficient this can all be. Now, all prop firms are different, but the general idea here is what I'm trying to convey. So the prop firm that I'm using that I recommend, I'll put a link down below, is Take Profit Trader. So that's where this is coming from. But the payment that I can now have sent to me, so just in prop firm lingo, first you've got to pass a test phase of some sort, then you move into, everybody calls it something different, pro accounts, performance accounts. But in the world of Take Profit Trader, it's called a pro account. Once you start to make money and you continue to follow the rules, you are eligible for payments, and then you can have that money sent to you. So at this point in time, you can see that I am eligible for a payment of $400. Now, I get it. You're probably saying, are you really sharing this publicly? Clay, are you really talking about a $400 payout? I saw so-and-so make $4,000. I saw so-and-so make $40,000. I saw so-and-so get a $400,000 payout. Dude, what are you doing publicly talking about a $400 payout? It's kind of embarrassing. That's not very impressive. And yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But that is actually the point. Is I hope that you in your mind, I hope you saw that and you went somewhere negative. You went that's laughable, that's a joke, that's unimpressive, that's embarrassing. Why would you ever even talk about that publicly? I hope it went somewhere negative. So whatever negative thought you went to, good, that's where I want you to be. So for argument's sake, let's just say moving forward, your thought went to, dude, that's really unimpressive. Those are unimpressive results. You're getting the payout of $400. Whoop-de-doo, unimpressive. Okay, so there is the context here. And this is going to illustrate just how powerful, how efficient prop firms can be. So you're not impressed. It's unimpressive, $400. Fine. And I should also note that this is on a 150K purchasing power account. So that number is going to matter. So here we are at Take Profit Trader site. And in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to put very little of your money at risk. And then you have a whole lot of upside potential. And that's what I want to illustrate here. So as I was just talking about, what you saw from the results were for a 150K purchasing power account. So if this were your account, let's just put you in these shoes. You're like, okay, I'm going to do PAMSS PLANT. I'm going to day trade futures through a prop firm. I'm going to go with Take Profit Trader. And I'm going to, use code CLAY, because if you use code CLAY, that's where these numbers all come into play. Now, if you're watching this video 6 months from now, I don't know what the current promotion will be. I don't know if it'll still be 30% off, but at the release of this video, if you want to get the 30% off, if you want to get $0 activation fee, just use code CLAY, C-L-A-Y, and you can do that. But so like I said, these numbers are based on the current promotion. But so if this were you, I'm going to do PAMSS PLANT. I'm going to use code CLAY, get that 30% off. You would have paid $252 to get this account. And then you would have passed, and then that would have been your all-in risk, $252. So that's where I made the comment. Prop firm is a way for you to have put very little of your money, quote unquote, at risk. So in this situation, your at-risk amount is $252, because if you violate a rule, if you, quote unquote, blow up the account, well, that doesn't mean that you lose, all the money that would have occurred in the account. So the rule to blow up the account in this situation would be $4,500. Now, you're not losing $4,500 if you, again, violate that rule of doing so, but they will take the account away from you. Meaning, okay, you no longer have the account, meaning your actual risk was only, again, the cost of the account, $252. But now let's think about all this. What did I just show as my unimpressive result? My laughable result? $400. But now that I'm thinking about it, that's not totally accurate, because let's do the calculation. Because the prop firm, they'll also keep 20% of your gain. So It was $397, but I get to keep 80% of it. So let's multiply that by 0.8. So there you go. I'm getting $318. But regardless, what does that $318 tell us about the current situation? Well, it's told us that my risk, your risk, if this was your account, is now covered. You have repaid yourself back the cost of the account. In other words, if this is your account moving forward, it's all gravy. It's all just, you're playing with house money. And the nice thing about Take Profit Trader is once you get into those pro accounts, you can start to request payments every single day. That's not the case with other prop firm accounts. That doesn't mean they're scams or anything like that. But that is a big differentiating factor with Take Profit Trader is you can start to request daily payouts. So if you get the account to this spot, then every single day you could be requesting, even if it's just $400 every single day. I mean, 5 days, that's $2,000 a week. A month, that's $8,000. Again, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that is the nice thing, is my unimpressive result of only $400. My risk, if this was your results and you're getting $400, your risk is now off the table. Plus you have a little profit in your pocket, right? Because at $318, that's more than what you risked in the first place, because again, risk being defined as what it costs you to purchase the account. And that is just the big proof here of how efficient prop firms are. If you can sit there and just throw accusations at me of, Clay, that's really unimpressive. That's very laughable. That's really kind of pathetic payout, $400. If all those negative things still cover my risk, still would have covered your risk, I mean, how powerful is that? How efficient is that for a prop firm where, by your own admission, assuming your mind went somewhere negative, by your own admission, negative results, unimpressive results, laughable results, still get your risk covered and then some. I think it speaks for itself. So if you are looking for a very efficient way to approach day trading, then I would have you seriously consider, think through PAMSS PLANT. A couple final things about how it may pertain to you. Day traders in stocks or options. If you don't have $25,000, you're going to fall under that pattern day trading rule. But guess what? Pattern day trading rule in the world of futures, there is none. So you could become a day trader being defined as buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling as much as you want every single day for as little as 105. Why do I say that? Well, the lowest you could get with Take Profit Trader, again, the prop firm that I'm using, is 25K in purchasing power, and that'd cost you $105. So that would be your risk. Your all-in risk is $105, because if you violate the rules, you blow the account, you're only out $105. So yes, it would take literally $105 to get into the futures market and be a day trader, how I defined it. For that, you don't need no $25,000. Something that would stand out to those people that are into just maybe day trading crypto or Forex, and sometimes you're like, it's kind of boring. Nothing's really moving that great. Futures, I'm telling you right now, they move very, very impressively. Maybe you're a day trader of options and you absolutely hate theta. You don't like theta. Theta is so annoying. I get it as a former options day trader. Futures, they are contracts. That is true. But these contracts have no theta. You get to say goodbye to theta. Maybe you despise, what strike price should I choose? You don't have to worry about strike prices. They're contracts, but they don't have strike prices. They don't have theta or anything like that. And then you have all the benefits down here about prop firms. I've already talked a little bit about the low capital that's required. Again, you could become a day trader, day trade as much as you want for $105. And then you have other reasons too, but the added risk control, specifically how you protect your own money, because again, as you saw, very little of your money is actually put in harm's way, because the only money at risk was the cost of the account in the first place. So yes, however you want to describe it, wimpy, laughable, pathetic, unimpressive, $400 payout, which again turns into, what was the math on that? I think $320, $317.16 again, because you keep 20 or 80% of that number. But that's still, as wimpy as whatever you want to call it, it still covered my risk. It still would have covered your risk and then some. And now from this point forward, if this was your account, everything would be gravy on top, because your risk is covered. You would totally be playing with house money at this point in time. So again, if you want to get involved in the prop firm that I'm using, I'll put a link down below. And again, it's code CLAY. Code Clay gives you, and even if you're watching this video 5 months from now and maybe it's a new promotion, Code Clay will still give you whatever the current promotion is, whatever the best one available out there is. Code Clay will lock that in for you. And it's also just a way to support the channel. If you enjoy the live stream, if you enjoy the content that I provide here on the channel. So it's a win-win for everybody. You're getting the promotion, you're getting into PAMSS Plant, and you're helping to support the channel. So consider using code CLAY. But yeah, there's a small little payout that I think really does offer big proof for just how efficient PAMSS Plant is and how day trading futures in the prop firm is really, I would argue, a mathematically smart way to go about it. And my pathetic results, I think, did a great job of illustrating just how powerful it actually is. So like I said, any questions, any comments, leave those down below. But thanks for your consideration. And yeah, maybe something you should really seriously consider.